Hey guys, it's Dr. Tom with EBM Fitness Solutions, and in this video we are going to look at some thoracic mobility using the foam roller. This is something that is pretty simple to do and very effective, but most people make one big mistake that renders it basically useless for them. So they're doing it and they're not really getting anything out of it. So I'm going to show you what that is so you can avoid doing it, and you can utilize this with some other thoracic mobility movements to maintain and preserve whatever mobility you have there. If you don't have it, let's get it, and then use other things to preserve it, because thoracic mobility is a big deal. When the thoracic spine is tight, it can cause problems with shoulder pain, decreased shoulder range of motion, neck pain, decreased neck range of motion. It can cause numbness and stuff down the arm. It can contribute to headaches. It is really kind of a big problem. So it's easy to fix, though. Couple things to do, a couple things you can work on, done consistently, can really manage all those symptoms if you just stay consistent with it and you're aware of how you're moving. So grab your foam roller. What I would suggest when getting on this thing, don't try to put it way far back and try to land on the thing. It pushes the foam roller away and it rolls away from you, and it creates a big old mess. So get it in the low back area, and then just kind of lift up and roll down and get it right around the shoulder blade area to start. In general, I'm only going to use one arm to support my head and neck because I don't want to block the camera with this arm. But I would suggest using both hands to support the head and the neck. You want your neck relaxed during the mobilization. Because if you're just hanging here, this is going to be all tensed up. It's going to cause you to want to push your chin forward, and it's going to cause the thoracic spine to tense, and you're not going to be able to mobilize as well because everything is fighting, it's not relaxed. So make sure, support the head and neck, keep it nice and relaxed. The number one mistake that people make when doing this kind of a thoracic mobilization is they don't stabilize and lock in the low back. If you allow your low back to arch, this mobilization doesn't work. And that's the thing that people do the most, and they need the most coaching on and cueing on. So what I would encourage you to do is to press your low back down towards the floor and really focus on keeping it there. And then with the upper part, you arch over. That's how you can mobilize the thoracic spine and actually get something out of it. If you let your low back arch, see, I can go all the way over this way. So people do that and go, I'm not feeling anything. Well, that's why. If you're moving too much, you're probably doing it wrong, honestly. When you secure this and you move here, what you'll feel is at a certain point right there, there's pressure. It's a knuckle-cracking sensation in the spine where there's some pressure building. Sometimes it'll actually pop and you'll get that manipulation. If you don't, you're still mobilizing. So the difference really between the two is the pop. You're mobilizing. If your mobilization goes far enough, you manipulate, you get that pop. But they're one and the same, and they're not so different. Mobilizing still works without the pop. So if I do this, I'm not getting a pop right now, but I'm mobilizing the vertebrae to improve that mobility so things move better with less restriction. But I have to secure the low back first. So lock that in, arch over, you'll get to that point, and then hang there. The second thing to be aware of is the head and neck. From here, once the spine stops moving, don't let the head just kind of flop back. The head and neck move together with the spine. When it stops, everything else stops as well. Hold the mobilization for maybe 5, 6, 8 seconds, and then come back up. Do it again if that spot is stiff, or reposition and try again. So right there, for me, not too bad. Move down here. That's where there's a little bit of stiffness. That's the spot I would work at. So look for the tight spots, work on the tight spots, move around slightly, but stay in the thoracic area. Stay around the shoulder blades. Don't get up into the neck. Stay out of the low back. Just stay in the mid-back area.